your story. So for those of you, if you're joining us for the very first time, my name is Cheryl Cortese. I'm a National Marketing Director. I've been with the company now as an NMD for almost 34 years, looking forward to the next 34. Cindy, you've been here how long? Did you say? Is it 20?
21.
21, okay.
Ugh.
Well, just look at all the fun.
You were just a baby when I signed on. Me
Baby.
too.
Yeah, you were too. As a matter of fact, I was probably a little teenager and you were a baby when it was. So if you were to say one thing that you feel like has been a stability in your business, and I have to tell you all, I'm putting Cindy on the spot. She doesn't know about the questions. Okay. If you were going to say over this time, what would be the stability or the thing that you employed most frequently or you feel most secure about as far as building your business?
What do I feel most secure about? Well, I mean, I think it helps to be connected to a stable company. I mean, I never worry about like, is the Juice Plus company going to be here tomorrow or next year or the year after? I don't worry about whether we'll have product or whether I'll get a paycheck. I
Right.
think, I mean, these days that kind of says a lot. If you think about it, in a time when things are pretty up in the air and, you know, we just really don't know what's going to be happening next. And I also think the other thing that's really helped me is you. I mean, you and our team who've, you know, Susan and Cynthia and Candace and also that have all been there the whole time. Like it's just amazing to really think about that. And I think these days more than ever, we really, it's important to lean into the people who support what we're doing and believe in what we're doing and encourage us along the way. And I think the thing that helps me stay in the business. So you say, well, 21 years, that's shocking, actually. It's a great recruiting tool now because, you know, people move in and out of companies. So I can say, well, listen, I've been with this one 21 years. I'm not going anywhere. But I mean, I think just the whole stability of it and being around people who are encouraging and supportive. And what I like to tell people is I've built a life surrounded by people who love me and I love them back. So if I wanted to be somewhere where someone didn't love me and I didn't love them back, I would just go get a job. I mean, that's really how I feel about it.
Well, and that's all beautiful, and I'm glad I asked you kind of off the cuff, you know, so to share, because all those things are so powerful. You know, being able to depend on others, being able to depend on the company, being able to depend on the product, know the kind of results that people get, and being able to revel in your own results as well as that of others. And I have to say too, you told the story, and it reminds me of one of myself. You told the story that your doctor or someone in the doctor's office was really surprised because you were not on any medications, right?
Oh yeah, no, actually it wasn't my doctor. It was the gal who worked at the drugstore.
Okay, well that's still, they're medically related, right?
Yes, it is.
So she sees people who are, well, if she's at the drugstore, she sees people filling prescriptions all day long, you know. And I'll share a story with you all. It's one I had forgotten until you said this, Cindy, is Juice Plus, I've been fortunate. I've been with the company 34 years. So I was there when it was introduced and we all started taking it. And, you know, it wasn't like I expected any great anything. My first feeling was, this doesn't do anything that's bad to me, okay? Because I didn't do well with vitamin, mineral supplements, things like that. I have a very sensitive system. So that was kind of my first feeling. And then, you know, it turned out that I woke up about 2 weeks after I started taking, maybe it was a little more than that, maybe it was 4. I thought, boy, this is a good day. And it's been a good day ever since. And I'd go in for a checkup once a year. And I was one of those people that just didn't have a healthy life for most of my life. I was never deathly ill and I was never well. I kind of lived in the great twilight of the in-between, catching everything that came along. And so we've had Juice Plus now, it's over 28 years. So we were into this about 8 years and I went in for a doctor's appointment. So this was 20 years ago. And the girl that kind of checked you in and took the history when you go in, and they kind of come in before the doctor. And so she was new, and she said, how many meds are you on? And I said, well, actually had never heard the word meds. My family had always referred to medicine as medicine. Okay, so she said, how many meds are you on? And I said, well, I don't know what that means. She said, no. She got a little gruff, and she said, how many meds are you on? And I said, well, you just tell me what it is. Give me a clue and I'll tell you how many, whatever it is. And she said, medicine. How much medicine do you take? And I said, I don't take any medicine. She said, well, you have to. I said, why do I have to? She said, because of your age. Your age. Everybody your age takes medicine. I said, so I'd like to meet her again today, because it's 20 years later and I still don't take any meds. Okay, so I love that when you said that somebody said, oh my goodness, your age, you should be on some sort of prescription. And I think so often you kind of fall into things, society kind of falls into things like the belief of people that it's okay, if you get to, and there are things that people need that are vital as far as medication. I'm not saying that that should not be available or that you shouldn't do it if your body needs it. But what we see so frequently is if you can put your body in a state of good health, if you can, maintain that and you might say not only sustain it, but advance it, then it gives you an edge as you go through life. And there are enough of us now, I think, that are experiencing that edge that, we really, it becomes an example. The stories are so very powerful. They become the example. As I heard Tracy say, our numbers are good. They're starting to lower it's being so happy for yourself that you are in a situation where you not only feel like you're blessed that you can, as she said, go walk with the grandkids or do whatever you choose, because you've been able to keep a level of good health. So, Cindy, I appreciated that, and I identified with it, and I think many people probably do, that this is something that's certainly given us an edge. And so stories are the basis of it all. We're here with just about 10 minutes left, and I've got another call right after this one, but I love that you all come to this call really to rally around. As Cindy said, that's another very powerful thing that we have, all of us, that we have going for us, is we are a community, a family. We're people who are here to support one another and cheer each other on. That has brought me a great deal of happiness in my life, but a great deal of support in difficult times. And we're certainly at a time in history that's unprecedented as far as people needing support. So our community brings more than just, the product line or the marketing model. We bring that whole, I guess you would say, support of people being there for you if things feel difficult. Really being able to give people a purpose and a focus to alleviate things like isolation and loneliness. Don't underestimate the power of who you are and what you have to offer to others. It becomes almost a moral obligation, I feel, to make sure you tell everybody you come across. When it comes to building our business, it's one that I love over the years. I'm shocked because I had never really heard of this type of profession. I was an educator, a teacher. And so the thing that really has been the blessing all these years and continues to be the blessing is the relationships, is the support. Because for all of us, health, certainly we want our health to be great. We want to be able to meet the financial needs that we have. And if you can do those things, you eliminate a huge amount of stress, which is a health issue in itself. But even beyond that, being able to participate in the joy of other people's success, their health. Didn't it feel good tonight when you heard people talking about, their children and their delight over, them being in a much better situation than they would have been otherwise, or themselves. So we get to participate in that joy and success that other people have. And that continues to propel a wonderful community. I really feel like at this time too, if we look at where we are in our world, and it's still a shock, to a certain extent. None of us in our lifetime have experienced what we're experiencing today. And so if we look at what role do we play, we are the people who can show up with solutions, but we also look at what we have to offer to others who want to be part of the people who show up with solutions. We've never been in a time where people were more awake or aware to the need to have a strong and healthy immune system. So that's a big thing. Everybody's ears and eyes are open to what we have. So again, back to moral obligation of what we have to share with other people. If you think about and Cindy, I think you said that too, is you never know what's going to happen next. How blessed are we that we have, a form of business and income where we can do it as we choose to do it. No one is going to tell us what our job description is or what requirements go along with that job description. We can create income, but we can help other people do that too, because there's great need out there today. We only have to look around us and see the businesses that have not been able to sustain themselves, the people that also, after being home a while, realize that maybe their time was something that was very valuable and they didn't want to spend it in a way that they gave up things that were huge blessings, time with their family, time to have some involvement in life that maybe the jobs did not allow them to have. And so here we come as something that can be a blessing for those who want that as well. And the fact that we don't have any kind of restrictions on us that say you have to do such and such, or we can't use your services. So we have a wonderful opportunity, if we're going to use that word. That's one certainly that fits, but we have also a wonderful gift for other people. And tonight, as we close and we had this time for some great stories and to get together, as we close, let's think about who we are and what we're about and what we have to offer. We certainly, I think, stand strong in our company values. Cindy, you were talking about the company, and it was dependable, and it was, you knew you were going to get the paycheck, and we all do. They've never missed that in the 51 years that they've been in business. But also the values of integrity. Truly, our company has been one that has been truly overall, a company that has true humanitarian interest at heart, which means really the best interests of those people out in the world. We want to bring the best to people. We're people who honor others, and we are all inclusive and really wrap our arms around the world and invite everybody to be part of who we are. So our mission is bigger than just the ability to make extra income. That's amazing. The ability to have good health. That's super amazing. But our mission is one which we want to really, take courage in making sure that everybody at least has the option to look at what we have to offer, the gift we have to give, and the fact that there is going to be a team, as you said, Cindy. That was another thing, is that you have those people behind you that are going to come behind and have been consistently there all these 21 years for you. For me, it's been 34. I could depend on that support. So let's all really, reach down for the courage and the consistency of effort, that work ethic that says, okay, I'm going to reach a certain amount of people on a daily basis. I'm going to stay close to my teams, and we're going to make a difference in this mission. Next week, my thought was two things. Over the next couple of weeks, I want, forgive me, my phone is interrupting me. Okay, I hate that. I can't seem to turn it off. But in the next 2 weeks, and I invite all of you to invite people to this particular forum. I think it's one that has served us well and continues to. But over the next 2 weeks, I just came across, in cleaning out my, rearranging the office, all of the people that are 100 Club on this team. I interviewed them a few years back before before life changed so drastically, as to uh, what did they do to, as far as daily method of operation, to take them from new team member to 100 Club. And there's some great notes in there as far as daily method of operation. Also, the importance of really knowing and being able to tell our marketing model. So over the next 2 weeks, we're going to go over those notes and give you an overview of what does a daily method of operation look like as you take your business from begin to, growing into top production. And that doesn't have to happen right away. It's something that consistently happens over time, but it's very viable, and there's strategic things that you can do to make that happen. And then look at really our pay plan and how we can really show that picture of success with a big picture, because I think many times we play too small, and we want to really be able to be the example of what other people can be part of. So I want to thank Cindy and all of her team, and all the great stories today. And also Carol Turnbow, thank you for your commitment to leading this call, making sure that this call happens, and the good fortune we have to get together on a weekly basis and be able to see each other, because that may not be the case for a lot of people if they are isolated or if they don't have the skill of turning on their computer, okay, and finding a face. So it's been great for me. It continues to be great for me. And thanks to all of you. Thank you, Cindy and team.
Thank
And
you. Thanks so much. It's great to see you.
you too.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was wonderful. Take care. Keep safe.
Everybody.